I had a little session with Honey and Rocky this morning.
That's awesome. How'd that go? Hey, Soltic,
Um,
thanks, brother. Thanks for the like. I appreciate that. Welcome in. A little therapy session with Dr. Sammy.
well, so I originally had bought 15 bottles of vodka.
Okay, well, I just confiscated 24 off of you, so...
I drank 11 bottles to myself before Rose confiscated the 4.
Today? Oh, no, this morning.
This
Okay,
morning.
got it.
Um, and I was so wasted. I was actually throwing up and passing out.
Okay. How do you feel about that? You know what? You kind of sound a little bit smug about it. Like, are you proud of yourself when you drink this much?
I just feel that, like I was telling Honey, and Rocky, that I just feel that when I drink, all the weight that's on my shoulders is lifted.
Okay, but right now, you're not drinking, right? You're sober?
I'm sober as a goat.
All right. Well, go ahead and take your mask off and take your sunglasses off and arrive and be here with us. Stop hiding. So you're sober as a goat. But then why do you sound like it's funny that you drank 11 bottles? If you're entertained by your alcohol use, you're not at the point where you're ready to change your ways. And it sounds like you are. Sounds like you kind of brag about how much you had to drink.
I don't really mean to brag about how much I drink. It's the fact that what I think what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to um what is it let me what's the word trying to I don't know if it would be identify or if it would be relieve my my the weight that's on my shoulders and try to get rid of my thoughts mainly.
Okay.
I did admit to Honey and Rocky this morning that I do have a problem with my alcoholism. Um, and Honey
Okay.
actually pointed it out. Like, you said alcoholism. You know that you said that you have a problem.
Yeah.
And I know I have a problem. It's the fact that I think I gotta find something to replace the alcohol.
Are you just leave the analyzing to me, okay?
Hmm.
Because I don't think that your self-awareness, that's your job. But leave it the analyzing to me, because I think that you are trying to talk to me like you want me to think you understand it. And I think that if you understood it so well, then you wouldn't think it was funny that you were drinking 11 or 12 bottles. You wouldn't literally brag to me every single time you almost brag to me every single time that you have a drink or you go overboard. It's almost like it's fun to tell me. And that's fine. I don't want you to sit around and have shame about it, but I don't want it to be entertaining to you either. Because if
Right.
it's entertaining to you, then it's not going to be a problem that you're planning on fixing because you're enjoying it too much.
Right.
And you're enjoying the attention that is rallied up around your drinking. Are you enjoying that attention? Be honest.
No, I'm not.
That's not
I'm
true.
really not.
That's not true.
I don't want to drink no more. Like, the thing is
Then what would you be known for doing? What is Ziggy known for now? Not drinking, not taking away the drinking, taking away that whole side of your life. What is Ziggy known for?
the respect and niceness of others that
You
I give
garner.
to people.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely are one of the nicest people that I've met. You're one of the most fun people that I've met. You are
Mhm.
notoriously nice to people. Even your rivals, I've heard joking with you. But that's
Mhm.
not enough for others to think that about you. You have got to know it yourself, right?
Right.
Are you pinging Nicole?
I was asking her for her favorite number so I could ping her.
Okay.
But it's just for me. For me, it's the I've started to realize to myself that um I just feel like to myself it's um I'm trying to, cuz I've come to the realization that one, I thought I was being too nice. And I just think that I just was thinking that with me being so nice, then as
Kenny, thanks
nice
for
as
the
I
nice for the
am
like. Appreciate you.
and respectful as I am, that I think people are taking advantage of it and not seeing what it's really all about. Um and not really experiencing and taking the respect and niceness to a level of, hey, this person's okay.
What do you want people to take from it? And how do you want them to treat you based on the way
with
that you
his
treat them?
with the amount of respect as I give them and the way I treat them, I would love for them to treat me. But I've
But
thought,
what if that never happened?
if that never happens,
Yeah. I mean, what if
um
no one gave you exactly what you needed them to give you? Where does Ziggy get it?
I'd probably become a hard ass and start doing a lot of other shit that probably would piss people off, like me doing my own thing and without the drinking, but doing my own thing and not giving a rat's ass about anybody, basically.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is that if you don't get back what you put out, then it's going to change who you are ultimately. Am I hearing that correctly?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But why?
I'm on the hill, Nicole. I'm right. I'm looking right at you. Um, I just think
Why?
that
Wait, and real quick. Sorry, let me. I don't hate to interrupt, but
no, you're
why
good.
don't you love yourself enough to understand that it's not anyone else's responsibility to feed you, to get you clothed in the morning, to emotionally support you? It's no one else's job but Ziggy's job.
Mm-hmm. I just
Welcome, Nicole.
Hello.
I just feel that when it comes to the I can't even speak today. The respectness that I give people and the way I treat people, I feel like they're treating it as it's a weakness. And I'm at the point to where I want to give up on that because I feel like people are taking advantage of it, and to the point to where they're taking a hell of an advantage of it and and not seeing the true, you know, the true um uh
Value of
the
Ziggy. All right, got it.
yeah, the true
So,
value of the respect.
um, okay, that's fair. Danielle, what do you think about what you're hearing from Ziggy right now?
Well, with alcohol, anybody who has an addiction, they always have like, they're always trying to fill it with something else. If it's not alcohol, then it'll be girls. If it's not girls, then it'll be money. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I know Ziggy. I mean, like I've seen Ziggy around, and I have definitely heard people treat his kindness like a weakness. So he's not wrong about it. But I'm just wondering, if it could be something like I've never experienced somebody treating my kindness as weakness. So I'm not sure how I would deal with it. But it's like, what you know? Are you also real quick? Kind of segue a little bit. You're saying that if you're not going to get the what you like something out of what you're putting out into the world, that you kind of feel destructive about it. But if you're truly good, like you're trying to do true good in your heart, then you wouldn't expect nothing back. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting point.
You would do it just to be good, not to get anything out of it. Just an observation.
What do you think about hearing that, Ziggy?
That could be the judgment people are passing when they're treating your kindness like weakness because they feel like it's not real.
It's conditional. Is it conditional, Ziggy?
Yeah.
I feel that it is.
You feel that
But-
your giving is conditional?
I feel that my giving is a must.
Okay. So it's a personal culture code. It's how Ziggy lives his life.
Yeah, I just figured that I've always thought that, you know, the respect if I give respect and I show kindness to people and really just not worry about me a lot, it was like thinking of like me making a difference. And now that I was doing it and all that, it was just to the point to where it was like I felt like I was being taken advantage.
Right. We're back to this point, but we're trying to steer you away from this point. We're trying to steer you away from continuing to realize that you've been taken advantage of for doing the right thing. And we're trying to dig into specifically why you are doing what you are doing, and if it is to get something from someone. And if it is to get something from someone, we have to end that expectation, because essentially that means that your expectation is creating pain for you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like no one else has to change in that, though, Ziggy. That's only you. That's only your responsibility, because your expectation being people letting down your expectation is going to happen every day.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you are left with your expectation is not filled, and that's the only thing that you've done this good deed for, was to get something back in return, then you're going to run into this cycle continuously.
Right.
Because people can either, like what Danielle said, people will start to understand that you're doing this for something. You're being nice to get something back, and that is technically a weakness, because it means that your giving isn't rooted in a culture of yours, or in a in something that's yours, something that you decided, where you have the power. What I keep seeing you do is I keep seeing you give your power away to other people and say, you have the power over me, to make me feel bad about the fact that I didn't get back what I wanted from this situation. You hear how many eyes there are?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not a relationship either.
Mm-hmm.
They are in the relationship too, and they have the opportunity to not appreciate you the way that you want to be appreciated. And I'm not saying that that's easy to handle, or good, or fun, or okay to feel. What I'm saying is, it is your responsibility to mitigate your expectations of what other people can have power over your life in. That's your power that you continue to give away.
Can I say something?
Yeah, please.
Also, you know, when people, when people sniff out that you're wanting to do, you're kind or you're doing something good for, it makes your emotions, your goodness, anything that you may do authentically to feel transactional.
Do
Like
you understand what that
transactional
means?
kindness, transactional love.
Do you
I'll give
understand
you
what that
this.
means, Ziggy?
Somewhat.
Transactional. Explain that, Danielle.
Like if you're going to the store, you're like, okay, I'm going to give you this money. I want these things.
That's
So
a
like if you're
transaction.
going, so yeah, just a transaction.
It's something that's given in exchange for blank.
Yeah. And it sounds like also it could be a form of blame avoidance. It's easier to say, well, they didn't do what I wanted them to do or what I think they should do, so it's not my fault when I self-destruct.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a mix between that and me holding my problems in, I believe.
Yeah. Well, you're not holding your problems in anymore. I've seen you like more than I've seen any client in the city for the last week. Period. So you're not there anymore. And you're not to the point where you're going to keep blowing up because we should be venting. And if we're not venting, that's a whole other problem. If you aren't
Right.
feeling like you're talking and getting things off your chest and if you're not feeling a little bit lighter every time we talk, then you're not telling me the truth. Straight up.
I feel that every time I talk to someone about something, about anything, I feel that my conscience is clear after, and then for some reason it feels like it just comes back all at once and just bomb rushes me. And I don't know how to get it to where I can have a clear conscience all the time. Um
Danielle, do you have a clear conscience all the time?
No, I don't think anybody does all the
Nicole,
time.
hold on. Let me do my shit, Danielle. Danielle, do you have a clear conscience all the time?
No.
Okay.
No.
I definitely don't. Hold on. Do I need to call somebody? I bet I can call anybody. I can just not even look and just call this number, and I'll be like, "Hey, does this person have?" Hold on. Let's see who it is. I don't even know who I'm calling right now. I hope they're in the city though, because this is gonna be awesome. They're gonna be like, "What?"
This is
Do you have a clear
Escobar.
conscience?
Hey, Escobar. Do you
No
have
way.
I'm dead.
God,
do you
that's
have
okay.
Ain't
a
no
clear
fucking way.
conscience all the time?
About what?
About anything, or do you have things that float through your mind,
I bet he's
thoughts?
like, what the fuck is
Do you have multiple
doing the
thoughts in
same
your
thing.
mind, kind of like swirling, or are you
He's a
just
snitch.
no thoughts, no at all ever?
Well, tell him later.
I have thoughts. What?
Okay, I'm just wondering. Look, I just wanted to, that was just a rant. Thank you for participating in my survey. Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
you know what I'm saying? Escobar, yeah, out of all the people, right? So you understand, bro? There's no one. There's no one, bro, that I could pick up and call right now. That has a perfect life, that has a perfectly clear mind, that has like perfect contentment all the time. Honestly, maybe the Zen monks that are like, that build houses into the side of a mountain and they just have the perfect life. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe. But then at some point they might even be like, damn, these blades of grass are getting on my fucking nerves, dog. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know if we are possible, if we are capable as humans of having complete peace all the time. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that expectation of yourself. Do y'all see what I just did there? Maybe the expectation
Yes,
of
Dr.
yourself is what you have begun to put on others. And when that doesn't meet your expectation, it pings the part of your heart that feels as if maybe you haven't met your expectations. Danielle, this
So
is
what
where
he's saying is not everybody. Well, everybody never has a completely clear conscience. Everybody's always having racing thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one's ever completely happy all the time. Like,
Right.
everybody's always got something on their mind, and that's okay. Like, we have to accept
It's
that.
realistic.
It's realistic. It's a realistic expectation.
Everything
It's what
has to
we
have a
do.
balance.
It's what we do when those thoughts flood in that allow us to make the next best decision for ourselves. And that's literally all the pressure you need to put on yourself. That's all the expectation. And because at any time, in any situation, in any conversation, in any blow up with someone else, in anything that doesn't go your way, in anything that goes way your way and you want to celebrate it and you just need another reason to drink, for anything, always, the only thing that you have to worry about is your next right decision. That's it.
Okay.
If you're 3 sheets to the wind, your next right decision is the most important. Maybe grabbing a bottle of water, maybe coming down to the hospital, maybe coming and hanging with some people to get your mind off of self-medicating. Your next right decision is the only thing that you're ultimately always responsible for. And it's the only thing that could ever get you out of a hole, a bind, a stupor, a funk, any of that, bro. But you have that power. Stop giving your power to everybody else. Stop giving everyone else power over who Ziggy is in this city. Take it back. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
I mean, I was doing good before. Like, I was doing good, for a couple days.
Boom. I appreciate the clips, brother.
I even had
For real,
people
for real.
that were drinking in front
That-
of me.
I think
and
that is
was
gonna be a
bringing
really
them
good
to
one.
the hospital, telling them not to
talking to
drink
Dr.
around
Sammy
me
right now.
anymore.
No. I need you to
And-
hold on, Ziggy. I need you to change those comms. Make the comm that he's getting a sermon from Dr. Sammy at the moment, and I'm gonna call it, since I'm on the side of the hill. I'm gonna call that Dr. Sammy's sermon on the mount. You feel me? Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Make that comm.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, Ziggy, make it.
No,
Not even
go
on
ahead.
comms.
Go ahead, Nicole.
Oh.
I can. What's your comms? Oh, you know what? That'd be better. What's your comms?
Ain't no way. I can't. We can't
I
do that. We can't do that.
We'll get in big trouble.
We will definitely get in some trouble. I'm sorry, Sammy.
I bet you. I bet you the $10,000 I was going to charge you for this session, that you won't get in trouble. Okay, fine, whatever. Anyways, someone say Sammy's giving him the sermon on the mount, on the side of the mount. Anyways.
Sammy is giving him the sermon on the side of the mount. You're gonna be like, what the fuck?
Exactly. But Ziggy, what you about to say? It better not be pointing to somebody else anymore. Those comments are for the first part of therapy. The second part of therapy is for ownership.
You said you're not in comms.
I'm not. I just jumped in comms just to see what they said. I feel that what it is I'm trying to reflect on myself.
Uh-huh.
And at the same time, I'm also creating a problem within myself, because I'm trying to change myself when I really don't need to change.
Say a little bit more, because some of I don't think that Ziggy needs to change. I would agree with that, but your behavior needs to change. Ziggy's behavior needs to change. There is a big difference there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because here's the thing, if we start trying to change especially for all the outside influences, if we start trying to change, then we're literally undoing what God did in us that made us unique. You know what I'm saying? And whatever God that you believe in, or if you don't believe in a God, you still were uniquely made this way on purpose, and no one else has your DNA, no one else has your fingerprint, no one else has anything that you have, which makes you special and unique. And so changing undoes your uniqueness. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that we have to modify is our behaviors. Our behaviors can begin to influence our thoughts. And then our thoughts will ultimately influence our actions.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be my next step. That's my behavior needing to change because my behavior, the way that I've been behaving, is not the best way for me
Millie 10,
to
thanks for the like. I appreciate you. Kenny, thanks for the like. Soul Tech, again, thanks for coming in here, brother.
basically.
I appreciate you.
It's like me thinking there's a fork in the road. One leads to a dead end, or one leads to like a cliff, and one leads, just continues to go. And I just keep thinking that I'm taking the one with a cliff, and I'm not taking the one that just continues to go.
Yeah, maybe that's because you're so close to the situation. When you hold up a picture, a painting, directly in front of your face, like it's impossible for you to observe all the beauty that's in that picture, right? It could be the dopest picture in the world. If you hold it an inch off your nose, you're not going to be able to see anything about. You'll be able to see directly what's in front of you, like you can see directly your problems in front of you. But to be able to really observe the beauty of life and this picture in this metaphor, you gotta take a step back. You gotta be like, oh shit, there's not just a cliff or one other road. There's a whole lot of roads, and if the roads don't work, let's make one.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you have all these options. All of a sudden life starts feeling free and not so closed off.
See, that's the thing, like I've never, I don't think that me making a new road would be better.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just saying listing
is,
options. Some people are road makers. I would say I'm one of those people. So it doesn't matter if I see a cliff, a fork, you know what I'm saying, a big freeway. I'm the type of person that's like, I just want to make a road. Can I make a road? And that's how some people are, and some people aren't that way. Some people just need to know that there's more options than the 1, 2, or 3 roads that they saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand it.
Okay.
I just feel that I feel like I'm blinding myself because I'm afraid of what's going to what I feel like I'm afraid of what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah. And I give you permission to not sound like you actually know exactly what's going on in your head all the time, because I noticed that you try to frame it so well. Like, I feel like I'm blinding myself. Well, that's an observation about yourself, and the only person that can do like kind of a third party observation of yourself is me or someone else that's listening to what you got to say. Stop feeling like you have to frame it and make it sound like it makes sense. Sometimes you just have to be like, this shit sucks, and I don't exactly have all the answers. You know what I'm saying? I don't exactly know what's going on.
Only that person will know what's going on, because only that person knows what's going on inside their head.
There you go.
What's going on with their body and what's going on inside their soul.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm blinding myself from it all.
Well, blinding yourself, would be basically self-sabotaging. It could be anything. But I would agree that you probably are doing a bit of self-sabotage. And it's
I feel
probably aiming towards not taking the responsibility and projecting it on other people. The responsibility for your own mental state and projecting it on others. Which, trust me, I'd love to just say it's everybody else's fault all the time, and I can, and I have. What am I talking about? The reason why I can see it is because I've done it. I did it for a long time. I definitely thought everyone else was the problem, or everyone else was taking advantage of me. I felt exactly the way you have before, bro. But it just took me realizing that it's still my responsibility. It's still my responsibility to own my actions, own my expectations, and, you know, kind of guard my heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I watch you, Ziggy, run up to people with your heart on a tray with 5 champagne glasses on it. And if anything tips, all that shit's coming crashing down, bro. And you literally run. You're running across the room with your heart on a champagne, heart on a tray with with champagne glasses everywhere. It's something it is going to break. It is going to fall. People are going to let you down based on how delicate it is for you to run across the room with your heart on a tray with champagne glasses around it. Put your heart away for a little bit. We've talked about this. The 7 days to dating yourself. But on day 2, you were telling me that you weren't drinking because of the girl, but I could hear it in your voice. You were loving the attention of the girl, but you didn't date yourself for 7 days yet. You didn't date Ziggy for 7 days. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to date yourself for 7 days. Take care of you. Enjoy you. Talk to you. Protect you.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're gonna reset that clock, and that's your homework for the next 7 days. Is to date Ziggy. You are not allowed to flirt with another girl for the next 7 days.
That's what I've been telling him.
I'm sure it is. To be honest, I'm sure it is. I don't think it takes. It doesn't even take me to see that. 7 days of dating yourself. What's that?
I think he's scared to be alone.
But here's the thing: he's not. The only reason why he's scared to be alone is because he's not letting himself do it. He's not letting himself realize that he's got friends everywhere, and everyone loves him, and everyone will hang out with him. He's not. You know, he hasn't given himself a shot.
Exactly, that's what I've been telling him.
Are you gonna give yourself a shot, bro? This alcohol stuff, this is almost irrelevant at this point to me. I'll be honest, because it's like the acting out of the part of the real problem. You know what I'm saying? Or the real issue. And the real issue is that Ziggy needs to date himself. Ziggy needs to take some time for himself and love on himself a little bit.
Right.
And then, bro, once you get to that point, alcohol is like, oh, okay, I'll have a couple. You can do it in moderation because you're not doing it for attention. You're not doing it to relieve. You're not doing it to cope. Nothing. You're just
or to hide.
It's just another thing in your life. And that's, of course, if you're not an addict. If you are an addict, then that's something totally different. A different conversation about it. But
I feel.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like I'm using the alcohol to hide behind. I think what I'm doing is I feel like what I feel like I'm doing is I'm using the alcohol to hide myself. And I'm using the alcohol to I feel like I'm using other things to help protect me, but only I can protect myself. So I need to learn how I need to change the fact that I'm using alcohol to hide and protect myself, and learn to protect and rise
Thank you for the like
above the protection that I'm so using substances to succeed it. I think that my problem is I'm afraid of change, and I don't want to I don't want to.
Look, if you smoke weed before my
Change
next
and
session
people
with you,
hate.
I'm kicking your ass and I'm charging you triple. Okay? You hear me?
Yes,
Shit.
Sammy. Yes.
I mean, you
Sammy,
just stuttered for a minute and a fucking half. I got people that are trying to watch this shit and go on with the rest of their day. What the fuck? All right, anyways, this session's over. I love you. Stop smoking weed before our sessions.
Oh man.
Take care of yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Take care of yourself. All right? I love you. Stop being a fucking asshole to yourself.
I won't.
You need my CID number to pay me my 10 racks?
Oh.
Tell you what it is. It's 5,000 a session from here on out.
Ain't no way.
Mm-hmm. It is KMI.
Hang on a minute. You said what?
KMI 12519.
Oh shit. What was that again? Sorry.
That's all right. KMI 12519.
There we go. All right, there's that, and then.
All right, my boy. Appreciate you. Take care of yourself, please. Damn
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna need a ride.
All right, come
All
on.
right.
Oops. Sorry.
It's okay.
What'd you think about that session?